Okay, good morning again, everyone. So today we're going to talk about the basic elevator component. This discussion has two parts. The first part will be the introduction and some basic parts, and the continuation of that will be the part two. Okay, we already know what is the purpose and the usage of an elevator from the last time we have discussed, the very history, usage, and basic information about the elevator. So, so the electric elevator has a permanent lifting is a permanent lifting equipment. So it means it lifting something or a person, serving two or more landing levels. Ito yung mga floor levels natin, which include a car, okay, for transportation. The car, uh, it means is yung ating elevator car, which is for passenger or goods, at least partially rigid, and it has a guide rail, either vertical or inclined. Meron tayong example last time for that one, by less than 15%. So, pwede siya maging inclined as long as it is less than 15%. So, the list of different components of the elevator is going to be discussed here. And we must also note that all elevators are not built the same because they are personally designed by the design of the building, weight, and usage. Elevator features and operation may vary from one elevator to another. It can be customized depending on the requirement of the users of the building. So, we're going to show to you the basic components of a standard type elevator, which include the types of traction elevator. Number one is the standard elevator types. These have two types, the type 1, which has 320 kilograms up to 800 kilograms rated load, and the type 2, which has more than 800 kilograms up to 1,600 kilograms rated load. That's for the standard elevator type. For the standard elevator layout, magkakaiba yan depende sa arrangement, no, of the car, door, and uh, hoistway, okay, and the location of their counterweight. So this one is a arrangement A, which can be arranged in uh, uh the following arrangement can be arranged in four different layouts. Now we have the number one, or the arrangement A, the car with side opening, okay, the car with side opening, door, and the counterweight is located at the back. So this is the uh, counterweight, no? The counterweight located at the back. So the arrangement of this has different types, no, the type 1 and the type 2. So you have the different kilograms that you are going to have uh, to be chosen, no, by the designer. Kung ilang kilograms ba ang kaya niya, pwede siya coming from 320 to 800 as mentioned in our type 1, and 1,000 to 1,350 dito sa arrangement A for the type 2. It has several equivalent kung ilang tao yung makakasakay, from 4 to 13. So, depending on the requirement of your users. Kung masyadong marami yung gumagamit, or the building itself has as a busy one, pwede ka dun sa pinaka type 1, no, na which is yung maximum nun is 800 kilograms, or maximum of 10 persons, or type 2, no. Kung mga mall, you should choose type 2, no, kasi medyo marami. And the arrangement of that has something to do with the car dimension, car width, uh, ito, CW means the car width, car depth, yung CD natin, and the door opening is the DO. Ito yon. As you can see, this is the DO, car width, and the car depth. Okay? So, ito, this is being varying depending on the kilograms and the number of persons that they're going to cater. Like for example, this one, sa 480 kilograms, 6 persons, it could be 1,200 mm for the car width. Okay, 1,200 mm for the car width, 1,300 for the car depth, and the door is 800 mm. Okay, so yan yung kanyang magiging dimension. Yung SW naman will be the shaft width, no? Ito yon, shaft width, yung mismong shaft. Ito yung shaft ito yung elevator shaft, no? Ito yung concrete, no? So yung shaft width naman yan will be also 1,800 by 1,700. Ito yung shaft depth naman niya. Okay? So, and the counterweight will be arranged, no, in such a way dun sa likod, at ito yung kanyang mga guide rails. Alright. And next is the arrangement B, which is the car in central opening door and the counterweight is located at the back wall. Okay? So, yung kanyang door naman, yung pinagkaiba nito is the location or the action, no, of the door. As you can see dito, yung door niyan is papunta lang dun sa one side. Okay? Arrangement B, same din yung counterweight niya sa likod, pero this one, the door opening will be on the center. So, yung bukas niyan is pag ganyan. Okay? So, the arrangement B has also type 1 and type 2, which I have already discussed to you the different types, no, type 1 and type 2, and depending on the number of number of users that you're going to cater, it differs between the car width, car depth, and um, the door opening. Arrangement C. So these types of arrangement has the car with side opening and the counterweight is located on one side, no, or yung sa gilid. So integrated na diyan yung kanyang uh, sa sa bracket ng inyong counterweight, integrated na diyan yung inyong guide rails, no, on the side, on the bracket of your counterweight. So, arrangement din naman, car with central opening door. Okay? So, yung kanina is sa side yung kanyang opening and also the counterweight. Yung arrangement din naman, sa side yung counterweight and yung kanyang opening naman is on the center. Okay? Same goes with the different types and kilograms and number of persons that they're going to cater. So, if we if we're going to section kung ano ba yung laman ng ating mga elevators, this is the image that we can see, no? Pag gusto natin siyang makita in action. So we have our machine drive at the uppermost level or yung pinaka roof, dun siya located, no, along the roof deck, or meron siyang elevator room, no, na tinatawag dun sa topmost level of your building. So dun yan makikita natin diyan yung motor, no, machine drive over speed governor, control cabinet of your elevator. So diyan bumababa, umaakyat, no, or siya yung nag-govern if the car will be going to be pull, no, paakyat or uh, let go to lower floors, no. Siya yung naggo-govern nito. Then yung elevator car natin, diyan tayo sumasakay uh when we use our elevator. Yung apron, landing doors, ito yung landing doors natin. This is on each floor, no? Sa second floor, third floor, and the upper floors. Counterweight rails. For this type, yung counterweight nito is yung sa gilid. No? Just like what we have here, no, sa gilid. So, this one, we have the rails natin. As you can see, yung guide rails ng counterweight. Kasi si counterweight, umaakyat baba din yan, no? If the car is on the top, the counterweight naman will be dun sa baba. Para siyang pabigat, no, dun sa ating uh, elevator car. Guide rail fixing bracket. So, this one is the fixing bracket. And the car guide rail. So, ito naman yung pinaka-guide rail, no, ng ating car, which has something to do with on the side. No, nakadikit siya. Meron tayong much more detail later, no, sa other examples natin. Counterweight frame and the counterweight buffer, no. Ito parang spring lang din ito, no, na which basically if para hindi siya bumangga, no, dun sa pinaka bottom, no. So yung babanggaan ng counterweight natin, this is our counterweight So malaking ano yan, parang plates, no. Sa ano, parang plates yan na magbibigat or pwede din na concrete, no. Different materials ang ginamit. So babangga yan dito sa ating counterweight buffer. Parang spring lang din yan, as well as the car buffer that we have here. Yung bottom ng ating car is para hindi siya bumagsak, no, dun mismo sa sa pinaka-concrete. Dun siya, si car buffer yung sasalo ng weight ng car. Okay? So these are the basic components of the elevator. We have the car, hoistway, machine drive system, control system, and safety system. First, we're going to talk about the elevator car. So this is the vehicle. Not it doesn't necessarily a motor vehicle, but a machine, no, vehicle that travels between the different elevator stops carrying passenger or goods. Usually heavy steel frame surrounding a cage of metal and wood panels. So, bibigay tayo ng example for each type, no? We have the standard elevator car cabin can be classified on according to the number of entrances and their location as follows. So, this is the type of normal cabin that you can see on sa mga ano natin, sa mga malls, commercial buildings, no? That is a normal cabin which the door has something to do with on the center or on the side. Pwedeng center or on the side. Pero the most important thing to remember that is that the normal cabin has one opening only, no? One opening only. Okay, sa open through cabin naman, they have two openings, no? Number 1 and number 2. So, pwede kang lumusot doon, no? Pwedeng yung location of your elevator is on the center and there are two separate doors that can serve, no, both sides of your car. So they can open here, they can also open through here. Okay, so same lang din yung kanyang door opening, car with yung mga parts niya on the previous characteristic that we have on a cabin or a car, elevator car. Next is we have the diagonal cabin. So si diagonal cabin has two entrances also, no, 1 and 2. And that one is on the ano naman, opposite side. Isang on the left or right, or it's either, and one in the front or back. Okay? So parang uh, counter or ibang design, no, through when we compare it in open through cabin. So we have elevator car types. To prevent overloading by the car, the available area of the car is limited and related to the nominal rated load of the elevator, which we can see here, no, from the type 1 itself, the number of kilograms or the Q in the persons that we're going to serve, the car width, and the car depth. So for the type 1, we have 320 kilograms up to 800, and they have different passenger size or passenger number that they're going to cater. Type 2 naman is from 1,000 kilograms up to 1,600 kilograms with corresponding number of the corresponding number of persons that they're going to cater. Meron niyang computation which has something to do with the passenger, no, which the number of passengers is equals to rated load over 75, where the 75 represents the average weight of a person in kilograms. So the value that we're going to obtain for the number of passengers shall be rounded to the nearest whole number. With the following definition, the car dimension are very important, which something to do with car width. So the car width is the horizontal dimension between inner surfaces of the car walls measured to the parallel to the front entrance and at the 1 meter above the car floor. Car height naman is the inside vertical distance, no, of your entrance threshold. And the car depth is the dimension between the inner surface of the car walls measured to the right angle to the car at 1 meter above the car floor. So, yan yung, ito yon, car width, which basically uh, yung lapad niya. Car depth is yung pahaba or yung depth niya coming from the entrance. And the door height, no? So, kung mapapansin nyo kasi, yung ating car is, ano yan, para siyang box, no? Yan. So, yung door height niyan is something to do with this one. So, this is the opening of your car. Diyan ka pumapasok. Next is another component, no? The elevator car is composed of the following component: car sling, metal cabin, mechanical accessories, which composes of car door and door operator, guide shoe, and door protective device. For the car sling, ito yung itsura niyan, no? Yung car sling natin. Para siyang metal frame, no? Na pumapalibot or pumapaikot dun sa uh, elevator car natin that basically holds the guide rail on the side. Dito kasi yan nakadikit, no, yung guide rail natin on the car. So that's basically a metal, no, metal assembly that has something to do with holding the car na maging stabilized, no, when the car is going up or down. Okay, meron din siyang meron siyang upper transom, lower transom. Ito yung upper transom natin. Lower transom, adjustable height side frame. Ito. Lower isolation. Ito yon. Roller guide. Ito, yung mga roller guides natin. Sliding guide show with lubricator. Ito yon. Upper isolation. Basically, ito yon sa taas. Overload inductive sensor. Ito. Limit switch. actuation lever, safety gear catch, and the braking system here. Okay? So, technicalities niyan is being designed by our mechanical engineers, no? So, ipapakalala lang natin sa inyo para may idea kayo what are the parts and the components of an elevator. Next is we have the car sling. This is the load carrier element of elevator which as its function of isolation vibrations due to running. So the car sling have two main types, no? The suspension, 1:1 and 2:1 suspension. It may come with braking or without braking system. So the upper transom, ito yung basically yung dun sa taas, no? Makikita natin sa upper transom ng ating elevator, it has wheels that indicates or holds the ropes, no, natin, which has something to do with um, action of lowering and pulling up, no, our car. So that's the section view of our transom. Upper transom with braking system and upper transom dito sa baba without braking system. Number 5 will be your diameter pulley. So the upper transom is suspension element of the car. It can be 1:1 type or 2:1 using a couple of polamide pulley which is a 360 mm diameter. Ito yon, yung mga pulleys natin. And designed also to mount sliding or roller guiding shoes with braking system. Catch clamps are mounted also on the upper transom. Okay, let's go to lower transom or yung sa pinakababa ng car sling. Ito yon, in this area. So yung lower transom carries the car flooring through exactly arranged pressure spring mounted on lower isolation sub-assembly which has some safety gears, catch clamps also mounted in the lower transom, and their actuation action is done by shearing linkage system. Sunod naman natin is the side frame. Si side frame has meron siyang guide rail, no, which dun dumadaan yung rollers natin on each side, left and right. So it has adjustable height kung gaano kataas ba yung ating car height. And it has this side frame has two pieces, no, bolted together and fastened to both upper and lower transom. Next is we have the elevator cabinet. So this one is an assembly, no, which has these components, no. The emergency trapdoor if ever na magkaroon ng problem and may matrap, no, dun sa loob ng car natin in case of emergency, pwedeng dumaan dito yung mga rescuers or maintenance, no, for the emergency trapdoor. Car ceiling, dito naman, syempre that's the ceiling of your car. Balustrade, para if ever na magkaroon ng maintenance, meron tayong safety balustrades if ever na para kasi pag nasa ano ka, nasa within the shaft, no, all the floors there pwedeng maging risk, no, on the maintenance person. Blower fan dito sa harap, upper portals, handrails dun sa loob, control panel, car panels, basically the sidings or your walls, kick plate dito sa baba, yung pinaka bracket or yung the one that holds the panels at the lower floor, lower levels, lower wall, floor covering, pwedeng maging tiles or vinyl, yung apron natin, which basically the protector from the opening inside and outside, car door track, side portal, and car floor. Yung car floor natin, basically they are the one that is responsible for sustained forces, or dyan tayo tumatapak at they can be applied during normal operation, safety gears operation, and impact to the cars and its buffer. So the floor size has the same width and depth as well as the car, and the floor extension defines door opening and side portal depth. So the floor will be recessed, covered by PVC covering or marble stone granite. It can be also customized according to client's requirements. So more on finishes on the car floors. As well as in the ceiling. Okay, so the car ceiling is designed to support 2 persons during maintenance. So as I mentioned earlier, dito tumatapak yung mga maintenance natin or rescuers natin during the operation. Without it should be maintain its integrity without permanent deformation. Dapat hindi siya nagde-deform pag tinatapakan dun sa taas. Dapat matibay yung kanyang material. So car ceiling is prepared also to mount emergency trapdoor, blower fan, and balustrade. The car walls naman, these are the folded panels, yung sidings natin or yung walls used to enclose elevator car with different types, sizes, and finishing. There are 3 main types of the car panels. They have side, back, and COP panels, which basically which used to mount the COP unit or yung control panel natin. So the front panels, we have different sizes and also components. It defines the door opening, height, location, and there are 2 types of front panels, side and upper panels. Car operating COP or yung car operating panel natin, which where we chooses the floor level that you're going to go. So they have the instruction plate, COP cover, housing, panels, and parts of it, the fireman button, alarm button, which basically signals the maintenance or safety if ever there's an emergency. So door opening, door close, fan button, floors button. So understood natin to where what should the ano naman siya, self-explanatory kung ano yung kanyang usage. Handrails natin, basically this one is used, hawak tayo if ever na we feel dizzy during the car operation. So the handrail within the elevator car, which passenger can use to support, it provides handrail at one side, 2 sides on all sides of the cabin, pwede rin. At least one side of the car has a handrail installed in case of using elevator passengers, including persons with disabilities. There are 2 types of handrail, the cylindrical and the flat type. So ito cylindrical and this one is the flat type naman of handrail. Next is the false ceiling. Ang false ceiling natin as the main source of lighting natin, that the elevator car have different designs for pwedeng perforated circles or fluted, fluorescent lighting behind of this, and spotlights are common lighting elements used for elevator lighting, and combination of the two types can be used also. Next is we have the emergency trap door assembly. Ito yung sa taas natin na on the ceiling. We have the ceiling plates, uh, yung ating opening for the direction of our ceiling, and the ceiling cover or the ceiling door mismo where the maintenance and the rescuers were going to enter. Okay, emergency trap door can be opened from inside by car by using triangular key, which from the car without the key by turning the link to pulling locking arms. Electrical safety switches, as you can see in number 4, okay, here, which you can see location of that, is fixed to the side frame to trapdoor cause to lift or stop the locking seize to be effective. Emergency trapdoor sizes is 600 by 400, enough to make an opening. Okay, next is our balustrade. So, yung balustrade natin has an assembly which basically has a railing at the top of our uh, elevator car. No? So, we can see here the vertical post, which has depth and the width, brackets, and bolts, post, no? Vertical post natin, and bolts, no? Which basically as an assembly, no? For safetyness of our um maintenance, no, or rescuers. So the car roof have been provided with balustrade where there's a freestanding between the car ceiling and the shaft that exceeds zero point 0.3 meters. The apron naman and or the toe guard is ito yung itsura niya, and it has brackets, no, which has a present, no, at the bottom of some cars, and this guard protects the passenger from being exposed to the open hostway under the car if the door is being opened when it's not at the landing, and the guard is between 21 and 48 inches long. So, para hindi mo makita yung host um hoistway or yung um hoistway, no. Yun nga yung opening, no, pag umaandar yung car natin. Next is we have the mechanical accessories. We have the car door types, no? 4 common car door types. Number 1 is the center opening door, no? Center opening door, which dun siya located, no, in center. And yung action niyan is on both sides. 2 speed doors naman, uh 2 speed doors, so on the side, and it has opening also, sliding on each side. The single speed doors, right hand entrance shown, left available when required, pwede on each side. Okay, next is the uh, door operation method. So these are normally opened by power unit located on the top of the elevator car, and the elevator car is level with floor landing. So the power unit moves the car open or closed. Pickup arm, which has a clutch, vane, bayonet, or cam, contacts the rollers on the hostway door, which releases the door latch on the hostway door. So, para siyang system of operation of your door. Door operator, so this one is a motor-driven device mounted on the elevator car that open closes the door. Guide shoe, so ito yung kanina, yung sa parts natin. The roller guides. It rotates on the guide rails, set of three, which roll against the guide rails rather than sliding the rails, no? So, this one has something to do with the speed, no? Also, which you can see they guide the car up to the guide rail para hindi siya maging ma-out of track. Sliding guides, so this one is our guide shoe, which simply slide along the surface of the rail, and the sliding insert, it's give by the metal, required the guide rail to be lubricated. It may be a plastic material or self-lubricating. See, these are the sliding guides. Door protective devices, we have the infrared sensors, no? So, yan. Kita natin siya on the bottom. So, any type of device used with automatic power operated doors that detect obstructions to the normal closing of the doors through contact may occur and either causes the door to change motion by either stopping or causing it to reverse, no, or reopen. Go into some other option of operation which has nudging, safe edge, and safety astragal, photoelectric device, safe ray, and electrostatic field device, or